Ladies and gentlemen, there is a kind of love that doesn't just come and go. It isn't born from circumstance or convenience. It's deeper, older, and far more powerful. It's what many call a divine soul connection, a bond forged by the hands of the universe, written into the stars long before you ever met. When two souls are chosen for each other by a higher force, everything begins to feel less like coincidence and more like confirmation. A divine soul connection is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it enters quietly, in a smile that feels familiar or a gaze that sees straight through you. Other times it comes through chaos, through separation and reunion, through lessons and healing. But always it comes with purpose, because divine love doesn't exist to entertain you. It exists to elevate you. It arrives to awaken you to who you really are and who you were always meant to become. When you are chosen by the universe to be with someone, your souls recognize each other before your minds can comprehend it. You feel safe yet challenged. You feel exposed yet loved. It's not always smooth, but it's always sacred. The connection pulls you toward growth, toward honesty, and toward a kind of healing that goes beyond the surface. It teaches you that love is not just about butterflies or chemistry. It's about spiritual alignment. It's about two people who are divinely guided into each other's lives to fulfill something greater than themselves. There's a reason why some people keep coming back into your life, even after distance or silence. There's a reason why you feel their energy when they're not around, why you dream of them or sense them at strange moments. That's not obsession, that's not fantasy, that's a spiritual echo. The universe is reminding you, this is not finished, this is sacred. Keep your heart open. A divine soul connection often begins when you least expect it. Perhaps you meet after heartbreak, after you've given up, or in a season where you're focused on your own healing. And that's the beauty of divine timing. It doesn't rush. It waits until both souls are ready to truly see each other, not through the lens of fear, but through the lens of truth. Because a soul connection demands authenticity. You cannot hide in it. You cannot pretend. You must be real, raw, brave. Faith plays a vital role in this journey. You may not always understand why certain obstacles arise, why separations happen, or why your connection feels tested. But remember, the universe never gives a divine connection without a divine purpose. You are chosen to walk this path not because it's easy, but because your union has power. Power to heal, power to inspire, power to break cycles for generations to come. This kind of connection doesn't just transform your relationship, it transforms you. It makes you face your shadow and claim your light. It teaches you how to forgive, how to surrender, how to love with your soul instead of your ego. And when you both step into that awareness, you don't just become lovers, you become partners in destiny. So if you found someone who feels like home to your spirit, honor that, don't rush it, don't force it, just nurture it, speak the word over it, pray for it, trust in its divine unfolding, and if you're still waiting, take heart. The universe has not forgotten you. Your soul connection is on its way, not late, just right on divine time. You were chosen, and when two people are chosen by the universe to be together, no distance, no delay, and no doubt can undo what was written in the spirit long before time began. Sometimes the universe whispers long before we are ready to hear it. In moments of silence, in dreams, in chance encounters that feel like fate, the signs are there pointing to something deeper, something sacred. When two souls are meant to be together, there are signs that transcend logic and time. These aren't just emotional coincidences. They are divine confirmations from a higher source that your connection has purpose and meaning. One of the first signs that you are meant to be together is unexplainable peace. When you are around this person, something within you rests. You don't have to perform, impress, or pretend. You feel safe being fully yourself. This peace doesn't mean the absence of conflict. It means that even in disagreement, you feel anchored. There is a spiritual stillness, a sense that your soul has come home. Another sign is asterisk repeated synchronicity asterisk. You see the same numbers 11, 11, 2, 122, 4, 144. You hear their name in unexpected places. You think of them and they call. The universe keeps placing reminders of them in your path, not to torment you, but to remind you that this connection has not been forgotten in the spiritual realm. It's alive, it's moving, and it's unfolding according to divine timing. A strong sign that you're meant to be with someone is asterisk mirrored growth asterisk. You find that when one of you evolves, the other grows as well. It's not a competition. It's a dance, two people being refined by God, often in different ways, but always in alignment. Even if you are apart, you feel the pull to heal, to become better, to rise, and somehow, you know they are doing the same. Your growth is connected. Then comes the asterisk, emotional and spiritual pull asterisk. No matter how far you drift, you keep coming back to each other, not out of addiction or dependency, but because your souls speak a language your minds cannot explain. It's in the way they understand your silence. It's in the comfort of their presence. You feel tethered to them, not by chains, but by destiny. Another divine sign is asterisk shared dreams and visions asterisk. You both speak of the same future. You talk about things that haven't happened yet, but feel inevitable. Maybe you've dreamed of each other before you met. Maybe you see them in visions of your future. These aren't mere fantasies. They are divine downloads, glimpses of what God is orchestrating behind the scenes. Asterisk timing asterisk also plays a role. You may have met them when the timing wasn't right. Perhaps you had to grow, to heal, to walk separate journeys. But if it's meant, the universe has a way of realigning your paths. You'll see signs in the timing how things that once seemed impossible suddenly fall into place, how closed doors begin to open, and how your paths, though winding, lead back to each other. A sign often overlooked is asterisk deep inner knowing asterisk. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, it's a quiet conviction in your spirit that says, this is the one. Even when your mind doubts, even when circumstances are difficult, there's a part of you that just asterisk knows asterisk. This knowing doesn't beg for attention. It simply asterisk is asterisk steady, unshakable, and anchored in truth. And finally, there is asterisk confirmation through prayer asterisk. When you bring this person before God and feel peace, when signs confirm what your heart already believes, when you feel prompted to wait or act or surrender, that's the Spirit guiding you. The Word says, "My sheep know my voice." When it's divine, God will speak through Scripture, through dreams, through your intuition. You just have to listen. These signs are not just signals, they are sacred invitations. They are reminders that the universe, that God Himself, is still in the business of aligning hearts. If you're seeing these signs, don't ignore them. Trust them. Honor them. Let them lead you not just to a person, but to the highest version of yourself, because that is where divine love begins. Sometimes, two people find each other in the most unexpected ways. Their paths cross not because of chance, but because the universe has been gently weaving their stories together behind the scenes. You may call it destiny, fate, or divine intervention, but when the universe brings two people together, there's a silent force at work that cannot be denied. It's not loud, it doesn't beg for attention, it moves in signs, in timing, in divine alignment, and once you begin to see it, you realize you were never walking alone. Every moment was leading you to this connection. The universe doesn't rush anything. When two people are meant to be together, it prepares them. Often, this preparation comes in the form of pain, loss, heartbreak, disappointment. These are not punishments, but spiritual lessons. They strip away pride, fear, and ego. They make room for something deeper, something holy. The universe must heal what's broken before it unites what's sacred. So when you're going through hardship, know that you're not being delayed. You're being prepared. You might meet them at a time when you've given up on love, maybe you've settled for loneliness, maybe you've grown used to silence, and then suddenly this person enters your life, not to complete you, but to reflect back the parts of you that had been buried by survival. There's something familiar about them. You recognize them not just with your eyes, but with your soul. That's the universe reminding you, this one has always been yours. You'll know it's divine when the connection begins to grow you. When it doesn't just excite you, but challenges you, when it forces you to be honest, humble, and whole. This person will not rescue you. They will not fix your wounds, but they will walk with you as you heal. And in turn, you'll do the same for them. This is not a love based on need. It's a love based on soul recognition. The universe brings two people together not just for romance, but for transformation. You become mirrors to each other. What's hidden comes to light. What's broken is gently exposed. And in that sacred space of vulnerability, something eternal is born. A love that is rooted in spiritual truth, not emotional impulse. When the timing is divine, everything aligns, conversations feel guided, encounters feel predestined, even the obstacles begin to make sense. You realize that if you had met any earlier, you wouldn't have recognized each other. But now you're ready to love, not with conditions, but with clarity. It's also important to trust the timing when it doesn't look like a fairy tale. Sometimes, the universe brings two people together and then separates them for a season. This isn't cruelty, it's calibration. Sometimes one soul needs to heal deeper. Sometimes one heart needs to grow stronger. But if it's real, if it's truly divine, then no distance, no delay, and no distraction will ever be enough to break that bond. What is meant will return, not in pieces but in purpose. So how do you know if the universe is bringing you together with someone? Look for peace that surpasses understanding. Look for alignment in vision, values, and growth. Listen for that still small voice that whispers, "This is right." Feel the energy shift when they are near. Sense the divine pull that keeps you tethered, even when life tries to separate you. And most of all, pray. Ask God to confirm what you're feeling. Ask Him to protect what is sacred. Ask Him to reveal what is true, because the universe is not random. It is God's canvas, and when He writes your love story, it's not just beautiful, it's eternal. If someone has entered your life and everything feels different, more grounded, more hopeful, more real, then maybe, just maybe, you're witnessing the divine in action. The universe is bringing you together, not just for love, but for purpose, for destiny, for healing. Trust it, surrender to it, and walk boldly into the story that was always written for both of you. There are moments in life when you meet someone and everything within you pauses. It's not just chemistry or emotional excitement. It's something far deeper. It's as if your soul remembers them, as if you've been waiting lifetimes to look into their eyes. This is spiritual love alignment. A sacred union not bound by time, distance, or logic, but by divine design. It is the universe's way of saying, this connection was always meant to be. Spiritual love alignment doesn't happen to everyone, and it doesn't happen often. It requires inner work, healing, and readiness. The universe doesn't bring your person into your life when you're still wrapped in ego or trapped in emotional chaos. It waits. It allows you to break, to rebuild, to rise from the ashes of old relationships and outdated beliefs. And once your soul is ready, clear, open, receptive, it orchestrates an encounter that shifts everything. When you are spiritually aligned with someone, you don't just connect, you resonate. You speak the same emotional language. You feel seen even in your silence. There's a natural rhythm between you, a flow that doesn't need to be forced. You might finish each other's thoughts. You might dream of them before you meet. You might feel them before they even speak. This isn't imagination, it's intuition. It's the whisper of divine timing unfolding before your eyes. This kind of love goes far beyond physical attraction. In fact, it may surprise you, they may not fit your type. They may enter your life in a moment when you least expect love. But the way they feel, how they calm your spirit, how they challenge your mind, how they elevate your energy makes you question everything you thought love was. That's because spiritual love isn't about what looks right. It's about what feels right deep in the soul. Sometimes, before spiritual love alignment occurs, you are drawn to karmic lessons, people who reflect your wounds, fears, and insecurities. These relationships are painful but necessary. They break you open, they show you where you need healing, and if you're brave enough to do that inner work, to truly see yourself and love yourself through the process, you begin to shift, and when you shift, so does what you attract. When you're finally aligned spiritually, love feels different. It feels like purpose. It feels like two lives weaving together in service of something greater. You support each other's growth. You inspire healing. You encourage faith. You bring each other back to God, to truth, to inner peace. There's no drama, no chasing, no pretending. Just presence, just truth, just love that echoes eternity. Even in separation, spiritual love does not die. If you must walk apart, the bond remains unshaken. You feel their presence in your prayers, in your quiet moments, in your journey. And if it's truly divine, the universe has a way of bringing you back together, stronger, wiser, more whole. Because what is meant for you will never leave you. It may delay, but it will not deny. This is not a fairy tale. It is sacred reality. It is the manifestation of faith meeting timing, spirit meeting spirit. And if you've been chosen to experience this kind of love, protect it, nurture it, be patient with it, and above all, be worthy of it. Because spiritual love alignment is not just about finding the right person. It's about becoming the right person. So if you feel that the universe is aligning your heart with someone, listen closely, feel deeply, pray boldly, and walk forward with humility and courage, because when it's spiritual, it's eternal. When it's divine, it changes everything. And when you are chosen by the universe to walk beside someone in sacred union, that is not just love, it is destiny. There is a kind of connection that transcends all logic and understanding. It defies timing, distance, and even circumstance. This is what people call a twin flame destiny. It is not just about love, it is about purpose. When two souls are twin flames, they are cut from the same spiritual cloth. They mirror each other, they awaken each other. They are destined to walk together, not just for romantic fulfillment, but for spiritual evolution. When the universe chooses to bring these two people together, it is not a coincidence. It is a divine orchestration. You don't search for your twin flame, you become ready for them. The universe aligns this encounter not according to your desires, but according to your readiness. You may cross paths with your twin flame after heartbreak, loss, or years of inner struggle. Often, the path is lonely and confusing, filled with emotional trials that force you to look within. This is because a twin flame journey begins with self-recognition. Before you can recognize your other soul, you must see your own. When you meet your twin flame, the connection is instant, but the journey is rarely simple. That's because your twin flame does not come to complete you. They come to reveal the parts of you that are still unhealed. They trigger the wounds you've buried. They stir the emotions you've silenced. It feels overwhelming, even painful, because the soul is being called to shed everything that is not love. But this is the sacred fire of transformation. It is how destiny refines and prepares you for a deeper union. Many people confuse twin flame destiny with perfect romance. But this journey is not about perfection, it's about truth. You and your twin flame will challenge each other's beliefs. You will wrestle with doubts, you may even separate, but through it all there will be an invisible thread holding you together, a deep knowing that no matter what happens, your souls are forever intertwined. The separation phase is a crucial part of the twin flame path. It's not abandonment, it's preparation. Sometimes one soul must grow in solitude. Sometimes life has to teach you patience, humility, and surrender. And though the separation feels like loss, it is really a divine pause, a chance for both of you to rise individually before you rise together. Trust that what is meant will return in divine timing, not in your impatience, but in your alignment. Reunion in a twin flame destiny feels like coming home. There is no fear, no need to prove anything. There is simply acceptance, peace, a recognition that says, I see you, I always have. And when the universe allows this reunion, the energy around both of you begins to shift. You find clarity in your purpose. You begin to serve something greater than yourselves. Your love becomes a force that heals not just you, but those around you. This is why the twin flame journey is not for the faint of heart. It demands faith. It demands surrender. It requires you to walk through your darkness so that you may hold the light. And when you do, when both souls are finally ready, the universe brings them together not just for romance, but for revolution. Your union becomes a testimony to divine timing, to spiritual growth, and to the truth that what is written by the universe cannot be erased. So if you believe you've met your twin flame, or if you're still waiting, don't chase. Don't doubt, instead grow, heal, trust, become the version of yourself that your soul has always been destined to be. Because when the universe chooses two people for twin flame destiny, it is not just about love, it is about becoming. And in becoming, you unlock a union that was written in the stars long before you ever knew each other's name. There are moments in life when nothing makes sense, when timing feels cruel, love feels distant, and hope feels like a whisper lost in the noise of disappointment. But when you are chosen by the universe to be with someone, no matter how impossible the journey may seem, faith in divine timing becomes your anchor. You see, love that is truly meant for you doesn't rush. It doesn't push or demand, it waits, and that waiting isn't empty, it's sacred, because divine timing isn't about what you want when you want it. It's about preparation, it's about becoming. Before you can walk with your destined person, you must first walk through your healing. You must learn who you are without them, so that when they do arrive, or return, you meet them from a place of wholeness, not lack. It is so tempting to question the delays, to wonder why you met them only to lose them, to cry out, asking why the universe would show you a love that feels so real, only to watch it slip through your fingers. But faith in divine timing is the trust that nothing is slipping. Everything is aligning. Even the pain, even the silence, even the distance. It's all part of a greater orchestration. A preparation, not a punishment. Sometimes your person isn't ready. Sometimes you aren't ready. And the universe, in its infinite wisdom, will not allow you to sabotage what is sacred. It will stretch you. It will refine you. It will take you through seasons of stillness and solitude, where you are asked to love without clinging, to hope without control. That's where faith is born, in the tension between desire and surrender. And make no mistake, divine timing is not just about romance, it's about purpose. When two people are meant to be together, their union is about more than just making each other happy. It's about doing something meaningful together. It's about building, healing, serving, and rising in spirit. And that level of partnership can only be sustained when both souls have been made strong through the fire of waiting. There are people who will come into your life for a moment, and then there are people who come into your life as a mirror, a flame, a divine reminder that love isn't random. When you feel that soul, deep connection, when you know in your heart that this person is more than just someone, you must guard that knowing, not with obsession, not with control, but with faith faith that what is meant will never miss you, faith that the universe does not tease, faith that time cannot cancel what eternity has already written. Let this be your peace in the in-between. You do not need to chase what is destined. You need only to trust, to grow, and to stay open. Speak your truth, do your healing, honor your path, and know that if your hearts are aligned in spirit, the universe will move heaven and earth to bring you back together. Faith in divine timing is not passive. It's powerful. It means living each day with open hands, with hope, with courage. It means understanding that love, real love, is not late. It's on time, perfectly timed, not according to your watch, but according to God's perfect rhythm. So breathe, be still, and believe. If you have been chosen by the universe to walk with someone, you will. And when that moment comes, after all the waiting, the wondering, the quiet prayers, it will be worth every second. Because love that arrives by divine timing doesn't just change your life, it aligns your soul. There are connections in this world that are deeper than logic, more powerful than passion, and more sacred than circumstance. These are the relationships that are not stumbled upon. They are ordained by God. When two souls are meant to walk together, heaven itself aligns to make that union possible. It may not happen in the timing we expect, or through the path we imagined, but rest assured, what is written by God cannot be erased by man. A God-ordained relationship is not just about companionship. It's about destiny. It's about a higher calling that is placed upon two people to rise above the noise of this world and walk in divine unity. These relationships are forged in fire, not fantasy. They often come after deep soul searching, after heartbreaks, after seasons of wilderness. Because before God joins you to the right person, He refines you, He prepares your heart, He teaches you to love Him first, so that when you love someone else, it is not out of fear or need or desperation, but from a place of spiritual maturity. God-ordained relationships are not perfect, but they are purposeful. They are not always easy, but they are always transformative. They demand faith. They test patience. Sometimes you'll be separated, not as a punishment, but as preparation. Because when God is the author, He writes in seasons. There's a time to meet, a time to grow, a time to wait, and a time to reunite. You must trust Him in every season, knowing that the same God who brought your hearts together is the one who will bring them into alignment when the time is right. Many people miss their divine connection because they try to force timing, they chase instead of trust, they settle for good instead of waiting for God. But when you're walking in a God-ordained path, you don't have to strive. You don't have to manipulate. You don't have to beg someone to see your worth. The right person, ordained by God, will recognize your spirit before your appearance, your soul before your status. They will honor you, not because you convinced them, but because they were called *2. God's fingerprints are found in the peace that surrounds the relationship. Even in chaos there is a knowing, a calm, a sense that you are not walking alone, because the Creator of the universe has joined you with someone who doesn't just match your desires, but your purpose. This kind of relationship pushes you toward your calling. It sharpens your faith. It brings out the best in both of you, not just emotionally, but spiritually. If you're still waiting for that kind of relationship, don't lose hope. Don't believe the lie that you've been forgotten. In God's kingdom, nothing is delayed, it's only being perfected. The person who is meant for you is not lost. They are being prepared, and so are you. Every moment of silence, every unanswered prayer, every tear, it's shaping you into someone who can carry the weight of divine love. And if you've already met them, but the timing isn't right, hold fast. Keep growing, keep praying, keep trusting. What God joins together, no one can separate. He does not make mistakes, and He does not abandon what He begins. God-ordained relationships are rare, but they are real. They are proof that love is not random, that some hearts are designed to fit together not just in this life, but in eternity. So keep your heart open, walk in faith, trust His timing. And when the day comes, when your eyes meet the one your soul already knows, you'll understand why it had to happen this way. Not because you waited on them, but because you waited on God. There are moments in life when you feel a connection so deep, so unexplainable, it transcends logic. You look into someone's eyes, and something ancient awakens within you. It's not just attraction. It's not just chemistry. It's a knowing, a soul recognition. This is the feeling that stirs when you encounter a soulmate chosen by the universe. Soulmates aren't just romantic partners. They are divine mirrors sent into your life to reflect who you truly are, to awaken what is asleep inside of you, and to guide you toward the highest version of yourself. They are not here to complete you, but to remind you that you are already whole. When the universe chooses someone for you, it's not based on surface desires. It's based on soul alignment, spiritual purpose, and divine timing. You don't chase a soulmate. You don't force the relationship. You recognize it. Often, the journey to this recognition is filled with obstacles, distance, timing, even temporary separation, but none of it is accidental. The universe doesn't play games with sacred things. Every delay, every challenge, every silence is designed to prepare you both to receive each other in fullness, not fragments. When two souls are meant to be together, the entire universe begins to conspire. Synchronicities start to appear, dreams align, the same thoughts enter your minds at the same time. You hear their name in conversations or feel their presence even when they're not physically near. That's not coincidence. That's divine orchestration. That's the universe reminding you, this is more than chance, this is destiny. But destiny requires faith. It asks you to trust when there are no guarantees, to believe even when there is silence. Soulmates do not always appear in the way you imagined. Sometimes they show up during your darkest hour, not to rescue you, but to walk beside you through your healing. Other times they leave, only to return once the timing is divine. And when they return, you both have grown. You've shed old fears. You've discovered your truth. You're no longer afraid of the intensity because you've learned that real love isn't always soft. Sometimes it's the fire that burns away everything false. A soulmate chosen by the universe will challenge you, stretch you, and pull you into your purpose. They won't let you hide behind your wounds. They won't settle for shallow connection. They will call you higher, not just to love them, but to love yourself. And when two people are willing to rise together like that, they become unstoppable, not because they are perfect, but because they are aligned. You may be wondering now, how will I know if someone is my soulmate? You'll feel it in your bones. In their presence, you'll feel at home. Their soul will speak your soul's language, even in silence. There will be a sense of deep peace, even in the chaos, and your spirit will say, yes. I know you. I've known you forever. If you are waiting for that connection, don't despair. It's not just about finding the right person, it's about becoming the right person. The universe won't bring them to your door until you're ready to meet them with an open heart. So keep growing, keep healing, keep walking your path in faith, because the moment you're both ready, the universe will open the door, and when it does, no force on earth will keep you apart. True soulmates are not just lovers, they are divine assignments. And when the universe chooses someone for you, it is sacred, it is rare, and it is real.